Spider-Man doing, bro?
Yeah, she just saw her there. I'm zooming in on my phone to find her. My phone is so blurry. Where are you? Oh, I'm right in front. Okay, they're waving. You got it in the back. No. We're waving at her. I don't know where
the principal at Batavia High School. And before we begin, let's just give it up for the class of 2026. We are so excited to share this special night together. I would like to thank the Batavia High School Wind Ensemble for performing the processional march. I'm sorry. Is that better? All right. Thanks for letting me know. Okay. So we are really excited to share this special night together. I would like to thank the Batavia High School Wind Ensemble for performing the professional march, Pomp and Circumstance. Please be seated. It is an honor to welcome you to our 144th annual commencement exercise of Batavia High School, and I am appreciative that you could join us here this evening at this time and in this place to honor our graduates. This group of fine young men and women will move on from being high school students to become high school graduates, certainly one of the major achievements in one's life. Before we begin our ceremony, I ask that you respectfully silence your cell phones. In case of an emergency or severe thunderstorm, we ask that all families return to your vehicles. Vendetta Stadium is a smoke-free, vape-free, and drug-free building and grounds. Those violating this policy are subject to removal. Please remain seated during the entire ceremony. Out of respect for all graduates, we ask that you stay for the entire ceremony. Parents can stand at your seat for a picture when your graduate receives their diploma. A professional photographer will be taking photographs. Access to the photos will be available to all families for downloading. Children under 12 must remain under supervision at all times. And at this time, I would like to introduce our distinguished colleagues. Please stand when I call your name. I ask that the audience please hold your applause until all the names have been read. Mr. Jason Smith, Superintendent of Batavia City Schools. Dr. Molly Corey, Executive Director of Curriculum and Instruction. Mrs. Corinne Anderson, Board of Education, Vice President. Mrs. Alice Ann Benedict, Member of the Board of Education. Mrs. Barbara Bowman, Member of the Board of Education. Mr. Dan Schmidt, Member of the Board of Education. Mrs. Mariah Laspina, Assistant Principal at Batavia High School. Mr. Daniel Dorr, Assistant Principal at Batavia High School. Miss Kelly Bureau, Mr. Greg Cezak, Mr. Husser, and Mrs. Kelly Gardner, Batavia High School counselors. Mr. Mark Warren, our commencement speaker today, and members of the Batavia City School District. We thank all of you for joining us today. And will you please stand for the singing of our national anthem, followed by Ever Batavia, performed by Batavia High School Select Chorus.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose proud stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Ever Batavia, thy spirit shall stand, shine in our memories wherever we may be, standing for courage, for honor and truth, standing for true loyalty. Firmly united, our voices we raise, whenever thy colors fly. Out of full hearts we now sing in praise to thee, Batavia High.
Thank you so much. Please be seated. Batavia High School recognizes our students using the College Latin Honors System. Recipients received a cord to wear and keep for this honor. Summa cum laude students achieved a 95+ high school average, taking 3 advanced placement classes or 2 advanced placement classes and 2 dual enrollment college courses. The following students received summa cum laude honors. When I call your name, please stand to be recognized. Audience, if you would please hold your applause until all the graduates are standing. Aiden Coletto, Benjamin Chen, Ava Darling, Emma Godfrey, Landon Hamilton, Anthony LeCointe Nagley, Gretchen Redder, Marley Santos, Ella Shamp, Drew Stevens, Isaac Barlin. Magna cum laude students achieve a 90-plus high school average, taking 2 advanced placement classes or 1 advanced placement class in 2 dual enrollment college courses. The following students received magna cum laude honors. When I call your name, please stand to be recognized. Audience, if you would please hold your applause until they are standing. Cole Davis, Brandon Courier, Eliza Fancher, Elizabeth Grazio Plain, Gianna Grillo, Luke Gutman, Andrew Hunt, Tabitha Jett, Maya Jones, Evan Kimball, Julia Plath, Sydney Parker, Bella Moore, Adrian Martinez, Harold Melander, Nora Wood, Dominic Southall, Gavin White, Madeline Smith, Helena Staley, William Stevens. Cum laude students achieved a 85-plus high school average, taking 1 advanced placement class or 2 dual enrollment college courses. The following students received cum laude honors. When I call your name, please stand to be recognized. Audience, please pause your applause. Peyton Dickerson, Kai Duzen, Carter Cook, Michelle Flores, Adrian Feitros, Aaron Hosick, Isabella Hutchinson, Sincere Jackson, Emma Kilby, Sophia Kaladzinski, I'm so sorry, practiced, Lakota Murzak, Emma Martino, Nathan Mayu, Kara Separate, Ella Smith, Bella Wojcicki, Adriana Volpe, and Annabella Wazalewski.
Woo!
Students, you all may be seated. I have the distinct honor of introducing our commencement speaker, Mr. Warren, BHS math teacher. Mark Warren has been a mathematics teacher in the Batavia City School District for the past 21 years, teaching everything from 8th grade math to AP Calculus. He is a graduate of Pembroke Central School District and SUNY Geneseo, where he earned both his bachelor's degree in mathematics and master's degree in math education. He currently lives in Leroy with his wife Jessica, also a Batavia High School teacher, and their 4 children, Isaac, Penelope, Elliot, and Genevieve. Mark has also served as the president of the Batavia Teachers Association for the past 10 years. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mark Warren.
Congratulations to the class of 2026 on a job well done. You are graduating at an extraordinary time in world history. Then again, every graduating class thinks they are. The thing about unprecedented times is that every generation eventually gets a turn. I graduated high school 25 years ago, just months before 9/11. My 25th reunion is actually happening as we speak. Google was barely a household name, and the smartphone didn't exist. Finding information was often the challenge. Today, information is available instantly, and AI can even analyze it for you. The challenge has changed. As I was preparing this speech, I went to ChatGPT, as one does, and I simply typed in graduation speech, expecting it to give me an impersonal, bland, even slightly pedantic answer. It gave me a generic, we're standing on the edge of something new speech, written from a student's perspective. The prompt was not what the model needed to generate anything meaningful. The difference between a useful answer and a useless one is often just how the question is framed. I think that most of you have figured out that if you're using AI for schoolwork, you have to be very specific in how you ask for things. While I don't condone cheating, it illustrates something that has always been true. The quality of the answer depends on the quality of the question. The same skill you use to generate a better response from a computer will also help you get a better response from a teacher, coworker, customer, or friend someday. I learned this lesson firsthand in my first semester at college, when I thought I was doing exactly what I was asked to do for a presentation in astronomy class. But when I showed it to my assignment partner, I realized I had not completed the assignment to demonstrate the appropriate level of understanding. Not because I didn't work hard, but because I hadn't asked the right question first. Asking the simple question, what would a good project look like, would have saved me a lot of time and a subpar grade on my assignment. When you enter the workforce and you're speaking with a customer or a coworker, it's important to ask good questions to get to the root of the deliverable that they are looking for. Ask follow-up questions for context and focus on the end goal. The first request is not always the real request, and the first problem is not always the real problem. In your personal life, people will show you and tell you what kind of friend they want you to be. You just have to be paying attention. The best friends, coworkers, and partners aren't the people with all the advice. They're often the people who know how to ask one more question and genuinely listen to the answer. Trust, more than any technology, credential, or accomplishment, is what opens doors throughout your life. Whether you're working with AI, solving problems for customers, building a career, or building a life with people you care about, better answers begin with better questions. As you leave here today, remember that you do not need to have every answer figured out. No graduating class ever has. 25 years ago, I sat in a cap and gown at my high school graduation. I thought success would come from having the right answers. What I've learned is that most of life's biggest opportunities didn't come from having the right answers at all. They came from having better ones. The people who thrive are not the ones who think they already know everything. They're the ones who stay curious long enough to keep learning, even when they're confident that they're right. Don't focus on getting all the answers. Focus on asking better questions. The answers will follow. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Warren. It is my pleasure to introduce the class of 2026 co-mayors, Helena Staley and Anthony LeCointe-Negley. Helena Staley is the daughter of Mark and Erin Staley. She's a senior class vice president, National Honor Society president, Batavia High School co-mayor, and a 4-year member of the varsity soccer and indoor track teams. Academically, Helena is graduating with an advanced Regents diploma, magna cum laude, proof of her success in high school and readiness for the fall when she attends Villanova University. Anthony. Aside from being selected as this year's co-mayor, Anthony has excelled in every aspect of high school. Anthony has maintained a 95 plus cumulative GPA while enrolling in 10 AP and college level courses. While I could list all of Anthony's activities, such as National Honor Society, Key Club, student government, track and field, doing so would only scratch the surface of his impact. Anthony is frequently mayoring around the school because he seems to know and connect with everyone. He constantly engages with students, not just within his friend group, but across the entire student body. He works to make sure others feel heard, supported, and encouraged to get the most out of their own high school experience. His leadership style is inclusive, sincere, and grounded in genuine care for others. Next year, Anthony will continue his education at the University of Buffalo to pursue a degree in chemical engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, Helena Staley and Anthony LeCointe-Negley.
Good evening, and thank you to all the parents, teachers, administrators, friends, and families that are here tonight to support our graduating class of 2026. My name is Helena Staley, and this past year at BHS, I've had the honor of serving as co-mayors with Anthony. Most students here know me for leading pep rally.
I just started.
Hello? Like I was saying, most students here know me for leading pep rallies or doing the morning announcements, and some can even recall the time when I was late and had to run to the main office and recite the pledge while gasping for air, which actually happened twice. But beyond that, leading the school as co-mayor has been an honor that I will cherish and look back on for the rest of my life. As I've matured into a young adult this year, holding this influential leadership role has opened my eyes to new lessons, but one stands out above the rest. When I was in 5th grade, I used to do this thing to make time pass faster. Whenever I wanted something to be done, or whenever I wanted to impatiently skip ahead to the future, I would squint my eyes shut and imagine myself when I wanted to skip to. Then once that time finally came, I would squint my eyes shut again to make it feel like I had time traveled. I know it sounds funny, an innocent 10-year-old who just wanted time to go faster, whether it was anxiously trying to be done with a state test or being too excited to wait for my next dance recital. I just wanted to skip ahead to the good. One day, the thought of graduation crossed 5th grade Helena's mind. At that time, it was hard to picture what today would look like. Out of excitement, anticipation, and curiosity of the future, I once again squeezed my eyes shut and pictured myself at graduation. 7 years have passed since that day. 7 years filled with memories and experiences that I actually do wish I could have time traveled over. It was 7 years of academic pressure, adolescent anxiety, shifting friend groups, and just the typical stress of middle and high school that most of these graduates have also faced. But do I wish that I could have actually time traveled from 5th grade to now? Absolutely not. Because those 7 years were also 7 years of nostalgic memories, building my self-identity, forming lasting friendships, and reaching success and achievement in academics and athletics. Without those difficult moments, the best memories wouldn't shine as brightly. Whether you're a graduate on the turf, eagerly waiting for college move-in day to come, a parent in the audience counting down the days until retirement, or a little sibling bored out of their mind just waiting for the ceremony to be over, we all have times that we wish we could skip over. Life is full of unwanted experiences, but you can't let those unwanted experiences outshine the beauty of admirable memories. In some of the most challenging times of my life, both of my parents would offer me this advice. Try to find at least one good thing about today. Sometimes it's easy to become so focused on what's going wrong that we overlook what's going right. There will be days when the only good thing is as small as making a friend laugh or having your favorite snack. Or at BHS, maybe the only good part of your day is leaving before when you have early dismissal, which of course none of us ever did. It's important to be excited about the future and anticipate it, but it's just as important to live in the moment and appreciate the good around you. I'm so excited for my future and can't wait to experience new things and meet new friends. And I'm just as excited for my fellow graduates, a diverse class comprised of committed collegiate athletes, students attending top 100 schools in the nation, brave service members entering the military, talented tradespeople, determined students entering the workforce, and creative cosmetologists. We're all going different places to do different things. But as we all depart from the same high school, I encourage you to not disregard life now. Cherish your last few high school memories and be grateful for the people and experiences that make today so bittersweet for you. And be grateful for the hard times too, the experiences that tested your character and strength, the times that were so low that they further highlight any positive little thing. In 5th grade, I squeezed my eyes shut and imagined myself at graduation. Tonight, that time has finally come, and I'm surrounded by other graduates who have spent years anticipating this moment. We made it through the moments that we wish we could skip, cherished the positive memories, and because of both, we're here tonight as the class of 2026. So as I make my last ever announcement as co-mayor, I urge you all, graduates and audience members, to focus on the good in life, no matter how little, and to look forward to the future, but never wish to skip ahead. Thank you.
Hello? Alright, my bad. Helena's a lot shorter than me, so it's gonna take a second, but. Alright, we're good. Sorry about that. And good evening, everyone. I see there's a lot of people as I look to my right, to my left, in the middle. There's so many people. I'm terrified, to be honest, but I might as well start my speech, so let's go. For those who may not know me, my name is Anthony LeQuent Nagley, and I have had the honor of serving as co-mayor alongside Helena, who you know now. Before I begin, I want to thank everyone for some of the best, and at sometimes the worst, 4 years I could have ever asked for. The truth is that both the highs and the lows helped shape us into the people sitting here today. And I wouldn't trade those experiences for anything. So tonight, I'd like to take a few minutes to reflect on the people and experiences that brought us here. Throughout high school, I've been given the opportunity to meet students from different grades, schools, backgrounds, clubs, and friend groups. Through my role as co-mayor, I also had the chance to meet staff members from across the Batavia City School District, a community that is much larger than I ever realized when I first walked through its doors. What I've learned from these experiences is really simple. None of us have got here alone. Every one of us is connected, whether it be parents, students, teachers, custodians, coaches, counselors, or even administrators. No matter who it is, each person plays a role in the success of another. I certainly would not be standing here today, speaking in front of families I've probably known for most of my life, if it weren't for the people who make up the school district. I can think back to when I was 8 or 9 years old and remember teachers telling me things that I still carry with me today. I can remember being 13 or 14, spending my final days in middle school and preparing for my first ever Regents exam. At that time, those moments seemed really small, but looking back now, I realized they were part of something way bigger. Every teacher I've ever had, and even some I never had, every custodian who helped keep our schools running, every counselor who offered guidance, every bus driver who got us here safely, every coach who pushed us to improve, every parent who has supported us, every student who sat beside us in class, in the cafeteria, or in the auditorium, each of you has contributed in some way to the success of the class of 2026. And for that, I am thankful. I am thankful for your time. I am thankful for your patience. I am thankful for the sacrifices you made that often went unseen. I know I can never fully express how much those contributions have meant to us, but on behalf of the class of 26, thank you. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you for believing in us before we believed in ourselves. Thank you for challenging us when we needed it and supporting us when we struggled. Thank you for helping shape not only the students we are today, but the people we will become tomorrow. Because when we look back on our time here, we won't just remember classes, grades, or assignments, we'll remember the people. And that leaves us with one final question. Who would we be without you? As we leave here today, we carry a piece of every person who helped us along the way. We carry the lessons our teachers taught us, the values our families ingrained in us, the encouragement of our friends, and the examples set by those who believed in us. While our paths may lead us in different directions, whether that be going to college, going to the workforce, or going to the military, or somewhere else entirely different. We all leave with something that cannot be measured by just a diploma. We leave with the knowledge that our success was built on the support of others, and with the responsibility to provide that same support to the people we will meet in the future. And when you really think about it, none of that happens in isolation. It feels impossible to imagine who any of us would be without the community we grew up in. Sometimes people say there's more to life than high school, but in a lot of ways, these 4 years have felt like a huge part of our lives. For many of us, this is where we experience some of our biggest moments of growth, whether that be through friendships and lessons, or mistakes and advice we didn't always realize we needed at the time. But at the same time, there really is more waiting for us beyond this moment. As Anthony Bourdain once said, travel is about the gorgeous feeling of teetering into the unknown. And although he was talking about traveling, I think that idea can apply to life too. Moving forward means stepping into the unknown, into places we have never been, roles we have never filled, and experiences we cannot fully predict yet. There's more to life than waiting for that final bell, more to life than tests, more to life than deadlines, and even the speech that I'm talking about right now. Because at the end of the day, life isn't just something that happens to us, it's something we actively shape. I won't tell you guys how to live your life, but I will say this. Life is a chance. It's an opportunity. It's a gift, one that each of us only gets once. And while everyone is given the same gift, what it is becomes entirely up to you. So, as we stand here and I'm reading the last few lines of this book, I don't think the goal is to have all the answers about what comes next. I think the goal is to leave here with the courage to take the next step no matter what. We may not know exactly where life will take us, and that's okay. If these past 4 years have taught us anything, it's that we are capable of growing, adapting, and becoming more than we ever thought we could ever be. So, class of 2026, as we move forward into whatever comes next, don't forget where you came from, don't forget the people who helped you get here, and don't forget that you are never as alone as you may feel. Congratulations, class of 2026. We made it, baby.
Summa cum laude recipients have the honor to submit an application if they wish to speak at graduation. I am proud to introduce our summa cum laude speaker, Drew Stevens. Drew Stevens is the daughter of Gina O'Donnell and Chad Stevens. She has served as the class of 2026 through student government as class rep and class president, as well as the larger community through multiple honor societies and Key Club. Drew is a tenured member of varsity indoor and outdoor track, softball, and the tennis teams, all of which have showered her with awards from the most valuable player to all county. Drew is graduating with an advanced Regents diploma with summa cum laude honors and a cumulative GPA of a 98.9. Projections of great success for Drew at Ithaca College, where she will attend in the fall. Ladies and gentlemen, Drew Stevens.
Good evening. Members of the Board of Education, administrators, teachers, staff, families, friends, and most importantly, the Batavia High School class of 2026. It is with immense pride, honor, and gratitude that I stand before you this evening. My name is Drew Stevens. Standing here tonight as your summa cum laude speaker is an incredible honor. I know that this achievement does not belong to me alone. Every graduate seated before me has a story of hard work, perseverance, sacrifice, and growth. Tonight is a celebration of us. When we first walked through the doors of Batavia High School after a difficult COVID pandemic during our middle school years, most of us had no idea what the next 4 years would bring. We were finally able to sign off of Google Meet, rip off our masks, and return to a regular lifestyle. Some of us were new to the districts, while others have been in Batavia since pre-K. However, we all arrived with one thing in common: uncertainty. We wondered if we would fit in, adapt to high school, make friends, pass difficult classes, or figure out what we wanted to do with our lives. Along the way, we learned much more than math, science, ELA, and history. We learned how to overcome challenges. We learned how to balance responsibilities. We learned how to recover from disappointment and celebrate success. And most importantly, we learned that growth often happens when we are pushed beyond what we think we are capable of. Our class has experienced moments of triumph, moments of struggle, many great memories together, winning homecoming and snowcoming this year, and cheering at the top of our lungs at pep rallies throughout high school truly unified our grade. Back at John Kennedy, we participated in talent shows, concerts, and field trips that we look back at old photos of and smile upon. We sat through tests we never thought we'd finish, games that came down to the final seconds, performances that required months of preparation, and countless early mornings and late nights. Throughout it all, we supported one another, and we discovered that success is rarely achieved alone. Tonight, I want to thank the people who helped us reach this moment. To our parents, guardians, and families, thank you for every ride to school, every packed lunch, every word of encouragement, and every sacrifice that often went unnoticed. You believed in us even when we doubted ourselves. Your love and support laid the foundation that brought us here today. To my parents, thank you for always pushing me to be my best self. Thank you for always showing up to all of my events and games. But most of all, thank you for your endless support. I love you both so much. To the loved ones who could not be here tonight, those who are watching and smiling from up above, those in different states or countries, and for me personally, those battling health issues from hospitals or nursing homes. Tonight, we carry you in our hearts. To our teachers and staff, thank you for your patience, guidance, and dedication. You challenged us to achieve more than we thought was possible and invested in our success. Thank you for always leaving your doors open and providing us with everlasting support. The lessons you've taught us will stay with us as long as we after leave Batavia High School. I want to give a special thank you to Mrs. Feltz, Mrs. Greenbaum, Mrs. Antonucci, and Miss Prisbiz for being amazing, inspiring support systems to me personally. And to my fellow graduates, thank you for making these years unforgettable. Thank you for the friendships, the laughter, the teamwork, and the memories. We came from different backgrounds, joined different clubs, played different sports, and followed different paths, yet we stand here together as one graduating class. As we prepare to begin the next chapter of our lives, it is natural to focus on what comes next. Some of us will attend college, some will enter the workforce, some will serve in the military, others will pursue technical training, apprenticeships, or opportunities we have not yet imagined. Or maybe you are still unsure what you want to do, and that is okay. Embrace the unknown. The future is never concrete. We will all face challenges and take a different route, whether it's bumpy or smooth. It is okay to feel scared or lost sometimes. I remember in 8th grade when we were asked to do a career project to get us ready for high school, and I had no idea in the world what I wanted to do. I honestly panicked. I let it overwhelm me. I began thinking to myself I wasn't good enough because I didn't have the rest of my life planned out in 8th grade. Silly, right? Once I got to high school, I found a passion in art and decided to stick with it each year thereafter. I created new relationships, found everlasting bonds, and most importantly, I began to discover my true self. My junior year, I took natural disasters, a class that sparked my interest in designing buildings, structures, roadways, and mitigation systems. With this foundation and the guidance of my parents, peers, and teachers, by my senior year, I was able to make the biggest decision of my life. I decided that going to college to study architecture and engineering design was the right choice for me. But no matter where our paths lead, I believe there's one lesson worth carrying with us. Success is not defined by a title, a salary, or the number of awards listed on a resume. True success is measured by the impact we have on others, the integrity with which we live, and the courage we show when facing uncertainty. As we leave Vendetta Stadium tonight, we leave behind so much: familiar hallways, classrooms, and routines, but we also carry with us the friendships we have built, the lessons we have learned, and the memories that have shaped who we are. Class of 2026, the world we are entering needs leaders who are compassionate, resilient, and willing to make a difference. It needs people who are not afraid to dream big and work hard to achieve those dreams. I have no doubt that the graduates sitting before me tonight are ready to meet this challenge. Years from now, when we look back on this evening, I hope we remember not only the accomplishments that brought us here, but also the people who helped us along the way. I hope we remember to stay curious, stay kind, understand that there is no correct path in life, and never stop believing in our ability to create positive change. On that note, I'd like to leave you with one of my favorite sayings. The world deserves to be painted. I truly believe that we can make the world a more colorful place. Congratulations, Batavia High School, class of 2026. We made it. Thank you, and best wishes to all of you as you begin your next adventure.
Those were absolutely amazing speeches. So moving from all three of them. Thank you, Drew. It is my pleasure to present the E.G. Richmond Award. The award was established in 1896. This award is presented to a student with outstanding academic achievement in all courses of study. This year's E.G. Richmond plaque goes to Landon Hamilton. Our next award goes to the ex officio member of the Board of Education. In 2003, our Board of Education adopted a new policy offering the opportunity for one BHS junior or senior to be an ex officio member of the Board of Education for a one-year term. This student serves as a member of the school board, sits with board members at all public meetings, and participates in all board hearings and meetings. This plaque is given in appreciation of your participation in the Batavia City Schools Board of Education. And our plaque goes to Elijah Bancher. We conclude today's award with the BCSD Foundation Incorporated Award. This scholarship is awarded to a student who has been successful in his or her educational program and has sought out skills to further his or her career. This student has also exemplified our Batavia school culture and climate of be respectful, be responsible, be safe, be connected, be ambitious. The check and certificate will go to Ella Shamp. Okay, and now I would like to introduce our Superintendent, Jason Smith, who has some words and well wishes for the graduates.
Good evening and welcome to Vendetta Stadium. Welcome to our families, staff, and of course the class of 2026. I extend a special welcome to our Board of Education members here as well. I want to begin with some thanks for making this evening possible. First of all, to our principal, Miss Jenny West, I want to thank her for her time, talent, and leadership. Thank you, Jenny. To her assistant principals, Mariah Laspina and Dan Dorr, thank you both. To four ladies right in front of me that make this evening possible, they work tirelessly behind the scenes. Lisa Brown, Tracy Grover, Maggie Gugino, and Leandra DiRizio, thank you, ladies. Our senior class advisors and senior class officers, we thank you as well. Our buildings and grounds staff, thank you for this awesome setup each year. Thank you to them. To our school guidance counselors, our BHS faculty and staff, and all my friends and colleagues joining me here tonight, I thank them as well. Thank you for being here. Thank you. And finally, our tech staff above, the eyes in the sky, our security aides, our school resource officers, and our law enforcement friends, thank you for being here as well. It truly has been a personal honor to serve the class of 2026 as the superintendent of schools, a class that I've known since 8th grade. I've had the privilege of seeing these students in the hallways, classrooms, fields and courts, and on stage, and they have represented BHS well, and they will continue to do so as they venture into the world of college, and the world of work and the military. As I've done in years past, I have a brief story to share with the class of 2026 that I hope will leave them with a message about the power of persistence, something they have shown throughout their time here at the high school. Just a very short story. In 1883, an engineer by the name of John Roebling had an idea to build a spectacular bridge to make New York City and Long Island one. He shared his ideas to experts, but of course they said it wasn't possible and to not worry about it. It just would not work, they said. So John, the engineer, would not let his vision go, and his mind knew that it could be done. After some time, he was able to share with his son, a future engineer, that indeed the bridge could be built. So, John and his son Washington shared the concept and a plan to build a bridge. They even hired a large crew. All was going well until a tragic accident occurred that took the life of John, while his son Washington was paralyzed. He could only move one finger. Soon, of course, everyone commented that the project should be scrapped because only John knew how to build that bridge. Even though he was paralyzed, John's son Washington was not discouraged. He was not discouraged, and he still had the desire to finish that bridge. He tried to inspire his friends and crew, but was not successful. One day, as he was laying in bed, he felt the light coming from the window. It was like a message for him saying to not give up. Soon he had an idea. As he could only move one finger, he decided to make the best of it. Over time, he slowly worked on the code with his wife by just moving one finger. One day, by the movement of his finger, he asked his wife to call the engineers. Then he used the same method of tapping her with one arm or with one finger to tell the engineers what to do. It seemed foolish, but the project was back on. For 13 years, as long as our students had been in school, Washington tapped out instruction with his finger on his wife's arm until the bridge was done, now known today as the famous Brooklyn Bridge. To this day, this beautiful bridge stands as an honor to one man's drive to not be defeated by circumstances. To the beloved class of 2026, here is my brief message to you inspired by this story. Dreams, goals, and vision that seem impossible can be realized through persistence. I recently saw a t-shirt, yes, a t-shirt, at a track meet that read, "Pain is temporary, but pride is permanent." Pain is temporary, but pride is permanent. The builders of the Brooklyn Bridge had a dream that seemed impossible, and no doubt they had great pride. To the class of 2026, as you continue on with your lives after here, and as you enter into the world of college, work, or service to our nation, use this lesson of persistence to serve you well and those in your lives. As I have done in years past, I am pleased to present each member of the class of 2026 with a special bookmark with two purposes. One, to keep them reading and learning, so please use a bookmark in college or wherever you go. But two, the bookmark, most importantly, has an image of the Brooklyn Bridge on there to remind the students about the power of the story, about the power of persistence. Students, class of 2026, as we heard from our speakers here, be a force of positive change wherever you land. Persist through those challenges and be certain that life will throw challenges at you, but be even more certain that you will grow, improve, and most important, leave a lasting legacy on our world. We know you will all make us very proud here in Batavia. My best wishes to the class of 2026. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. It is a great honor to introduce the class of 2026. They have been quite an accomplished and resilient group. The class of 2026 consists of 144 students, 19 who are members of the National Honor Society, 3 who are members of the Genesee Valley BOCES National Technical Honor Society, and 5 are members of the National Art Honor Society. 58% of this class will be pursuing higher education. 26% of this class will attend 4-year colleges. 28% of this class will attend 2-year colleges, with the majority enrolled in the 2-year transfer programs. 4% of this class will attend another post-secondary school. 31% of this class are entering the workforce world, already having obtained employment. 2% of this class plan to enter the military service. 62 students have earned a Regents diploma. 7 students have earned a Regents diploma with honor. 18 students have earned a Regents diploma with advanced designation. 8 students have earned a Regents diploma with advanced designation with honor. 17 students have earned a technical endorsement seal from BOCES. Of these, 26 students with advanced designation diplomas, 3 earned mastery in science. In total, 95 members of this graduating class have earned a Regents diploma. 1 student has earned the New York State Seal of Biliteracy. 20 students have earned the New York State Seal of Civic Readiness. Let's give them all a hand. So I want to say again, good evening to all the families, loved ones, faculty and staff, friends and community members who fill these stands, and above all, to the graduates of Batavia High School class of 2026. Standing here as your principal tonight is one of great privilege. We are not just here to mark the end of a chapter. We are here to honor a story that belongs to no other class. It's your story. 1 week ago at your prom, I stood off to the side and just watched. It was magical. Sequins catching the light, bold patterns swirling across the floor, color in every direction, deep jewel tones and soft pastels, sharp prints and shimmering metallics. The classic black and white was reinvented and made entirely your own. The whole room moved like a kaleidoscope, every turn revealing something new and brilliant. As you all danced the night away, undeniably connected in joy and spirit, I truly thought to myself, that is this class. Every color different, every pattern its own. Some of you are bold and daring, some of you are quiet and steady, and so many of you somewhere beautiful in between. 7 days is all that stands between that dance floor and this field, and apart, each of you are striking, but together, you are breathtaking. No single description could ever fully capture what this class has accomplished. Some of you are everywhere at once. 3 sports, a stage production, a full load of credits, all in a season. Some of you chased one dream with everything you had. Some of you carried a quiet load almost no one saw, a job after school, a family to help hold together, service you never spoke of. Champions and creators, scholars and helpers, leaders both loud and unseen. There is no single way you succeed because there is no single way to be a member of this class. As you leave the stadium tonight, please carry this with you. These 4 years gave you knowledge, but Batavia gave you something harder to teach. It gave you reasons, a reason to show up, a reason to try, a reason to care about the person beside you. You did not just learn here, you learned with purpose. And whether your next chapter is a first job, a trade, the military, many more years of school, carry that purpose with you. Live with impact. Because in the end, the world will remember what you do with what you know. For some of you, impact will be loud and bold. It will fill a room, take the stage, lead the charge. For others, it will be quiet, a hand held out, a listening ear, a small, brave choice that no one sees. Both change the world. Every single color counts. Do not wait until you feel ready, because ready is a feeling that rarely arrives on time. And as you go, take this to heart. When you rise, reach back, bring someone with you. When the door opens for you, hold it for the person who is next. That is how the colors of this class will keep shining long after tonight, through every life you touch. Share your brilliant colors and shine bright. No matter how far you go, you will always be a Blue Devil, and Batavia will always, always be cheering you on. There has never been a class quite like this, like a kaleidoscope whose every turn is unrepeatable. So whatever you are picturing for your future tonight, I dare you to dream even bigger. Be bold. The colorful tapestry of who you are and all you will accomplish has only just begun. Congratulations, my beautiful class of 2026. Go be magnificent. Go be every color you are. in the halls of BHS will miss you, and so will I. Okay, it's time. Here we go. Yes, all right. So let's begin by announcing the names of the students who are also members of the graduating class of 2026, but who are not here with us tonight, participating in our commencement ceremony. Matthew Burns, Kai Duzen, Glenn Hanna, Jaden Hogan, Elizabeth Jones, Ethan Rombach, Kendra Sanders, Ryan Sherman, Jacob Stabler, and Kamari Wallace. Let's give them a hand. And at this time, I would like to welcome Miss Bureau, Mr. Cezak, Mrs. Garner, and Mr. Husser to the podium. Ms. Laspina and Mr. Dorr, please join me as our counselors announce the name of our graduates receiving their diplomas here today. Mr. Smith, members of the board, please join us to the right of the podium. Students, after you receive your diploma, please step up on the podium and open your diploma for that picture.
Alexander T. Allen. Maisie J. Arroyo. Nolan P. Ball. Chris R. Bazan. Kiana B. Beatty. Alora Dannon Becker. Brandon R. Billett. Daisy Blue. Kayshawn M. Blue. Ryland J. Bone. Toby M. Buchanan. Maggio J. Pujols. Aiden J. Coletto. Benjamin Chen. Jacoby G. Childs. JC Clark. Carter Cook. Mark Christopher James Cook, Jr. Nicholas J. Casamino. Trinity Kuykendall. Alexandra R. Crater. Theodore R. Swikis.
Yes, you didn't know that? Wow. Did you just think that's exotic? Yeah.
Brandon M. Courier. Melissa Courier, Deputy Treasurer and Benefits in the District Business Office, mother of Brandon, will present diploma. Ava M. Darling. Cole J. Davis. Delicia Davis. Tyara Jean Davis. Keegan J. Delcamp. Peyton Elizabeth Dickinson. Leland J. Duvall.
Elijah John Fancher. Brandon R. Flanagan. Misael Flores. Esmeralda Barrera Velasquez, teacher Aunts of Sael, will present his diploma. Julian Friesma. Aaliyah M. Fripp. Adrian Fuchs. Adrian Mark Feitros. Najmel T. Gardner. M.C. Godfrey. Richard Godoy Oliveris. Nicholas Gordon. Dwayne Nathaniel Graham. Elizabeth C. Graziatine. Gianna M. Grillo. David P. David P. Grossman Jr. Luke Gutman. Landon J. Hamilton. Liam Hare. Tanya Aline Hernandez. Aaron T. Hosek. Andrew R. Hunt. Isabella R. Hutchinson. Sincera Jackson. Tabitha Jett. Maya Gabrielle Jones. Kylie A. Cable. Emma L. Kilby. Evan R. Kimball. Sophie A. Kolodzinski. Aiden T. Copper.
Braden Nicholas Lazzaroni. Anthony J. LaQuaint Nagley. Sienna Maniaci. At this point, board members, please move to my left. Adrian J. Martinez. Emma Brooklyn Marie Martino. Carvel Martino. Nathan Mayu. Memphis J. McFarland. Cadence McQueen. Harold L. Melander. Concetta Mary Micah. Bella P. Moore. Jessica Brooke Morrell. Tabitha L. Mortucio. Lakota J. Merzak. Serenity M. Olivia. Sydney J. Parker. Andrew Pearl. Kaylin D. Payman. Julia A. Plath. Jake E. Pomisel. Bailey S. Quilliam. Ailey Ramirez Garcia. Gretchen N. Redder. Isaias Reinhardt. Rametto J. Reinhardt. Zeta Morocho Reyes. Noah C. Richmond. Martha A. Resignano. Xavier Ricks. Nadia Corinne Ridley. Tyshawn Riggins. Leanna R. Robb. Philip J.D. Rodriguez.
Amaya Jaylee Santiago. Sanaya Santiago, teacher aide at Robert Morris School, sister of Amaya, will present diploma. Marley Y. Santos. Mariah C. Schramm. Soraya C. Schramm. Liliana Yanalise Serrano. Ella N. Shamp. Krista Shamp, reading specialist at John Kennedy School, mother of Ella, will present diploma. Ella M. Smith. present diploma. Sky Smoke. Dominic J. Southall. Jonathan T. O. Spencer. Joshua D. Sprague. Helena M. Staley. Drew P. Stevens. William P. Stevens. Elena V. Stringer. Christopher Bigpen. Kira Separate. Jaden Tyndall. Jada Roll, teacher aide at Jackson School, cousin of Jaden, to present diploma. Max L. Valley. Isaac J. Barland. Alan Vasquez. Adriana Volpe. Annabelle Wazalewski. Mimi Weischer. Christopher Weischer, teacher at BHS, father of Mimi, will present diploma. Angelisa M. Weisinger. Gavin R. White. Talia C. R. Williams. Blake Wimmett. Bella M. Wojtkowski. Nora J. Wood.
I love your making this. So That is my favorite. I'm just like this. Down gets me. Tiny black veil, black gown. And Mike gets confetti. When I say I am often.
Alrighty, so congratulations to all of our graduates this year for carrying on with the tradition of academic, art, athletics, and musical excellence that our district has become synonymous with. The diplomas you received this afternoon recognize the successes you have achieved throughout your school career. To be one of the students that made it this far is a great accomplishment. This is something you can take pride in. Your success is a demonstration of our school's commitment to developing well-rounded young men and women for the 21st century. I strongly urge you to continue to take full advantage of the ability with which you have been blessed and share your success with the people that have loved and supported you throughout your school career. Most importantly, enjoy this moment for what you have accomplished thus far in your lives. And now, graduates, please stand. All right, by the authority vested in me by the state of New York and the New York Board of Regents, to the Batavia City School District Board of Education, I officially confer upon you your high school diploma. You may now change your tassel from left to right. Congratulations, graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2026. Parents,